It was really interesting. I said, when a person's in a safe environment at work, their thought process moves to the front of their brain. And that's where the rational thought happens. I said, but if they feel threatened, it goes to the back of the brain. And she goes, yeah, fight or flight. I go, or freeze. She goes, yeah. And like Bob said, it's the science behind it. There's actual science behind this. This is not just a bunch of flighty ideas. This is actual application of science to techniques mixed in with fundamental good principles of a leader. My name is Todd Beecher, and I'm an electrical engineer specializing in the water and wastewater industry. I am the president of Beecher Engineering Incorporated. Been in business for myself for about 23 years now. Prior to that, I worked for a very large consulting firm for about 7 years. And I am basically a design consultant, construction support consultant for the water and wastewater industry for all things electrical and controls. In reading the book, of course, I think the first thing that should be made clear is this is not a pamphlet. This is not a feel good, pie in the sky type ideas. There are real techniques presented in the book, real steps, real tangible actions that you can not only practice, but you can perfect. You can strive to perfect as a manager and also as a team member. I think that was one thing I took away from the book is this is not just for PMs. This is for anybody who's involved in a collaborative team that is interested in enhancing performance of the overall team. It's just as important for those of us sitting on the other side of the table from the PM. It's of course very valuable to PMs. Quite honestly, the book drills down deeper than a lot of my management classes in MBA school did. The same concepts are presented, empowering workers, feeling safe, and all that stuff is given to you in MBA school. I sat in the classes, but your book, Power Grab, what it does is it gives you a prescriptive, step by step, gives you techniques. They're tangible. They're real things that people can do and not just kind of blow off and say, well, that'd be great, but that's in a perfect world. No, the book is structured around the real world. And I think that's kind of the overlying thing I saw in the book is the techniques. It's an instruction manual that if you follow those techniques, you're guaranteed to be successful on a project, as a team. More specifically, I think, as I've gotten older and more experienced, the thing that I think you really cover well in the book is this culture of safety, this culture of positivity in the workplace. And that all sounds kind of, touchy-feely, but again, the real tangible examples and techniques you present, it's so important. And the reason I am finding that more and more important is the grayer my hair gets and the more experienced I get, the more that I notice that younger person sitting in the room, I know that person. I was that person. I know that person is very apprehensive to say anything when this gray-haired guy is over there talking about his 5,000 projects he's done and the 8,000 times he's seen this and that. And I have used those techniques in your book to pause and recognize that person sitting in the room, ask them, hey, do you have anything else you might want to add? Because I'd like your take on this. Not to put them on the spot, but to invite them to engage, make them feel safe. And then if they do take that chance, to bolster that confidence with, it's a great outlook on that. It's a great perspective. And it's so simple to do. It takes virtually no time to do, but your book gives those techniques. And that's what you got to do. And boy, you talk about unleashing potential in your team. Now you can't get that younger person to stop talking because they're going to And you know what? They've got good ideas. They have fresh ideas. They have different perspectives. It's extremely powerful. Good stuff.